Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. If you guys are looking for undervalued investment opportunities, you've hit the right channel. Click subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, join our community, and let's ride this bull market higher in commodities. I'm going to go over uranium, technical analysis here. I'm going to go over a lot of companies. I haven't done it in a little while. So let's get in there and see what's going on and give you my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. Only financial education. Here we go. Here's URNM. We've got the channel that we were in previously, and it broke to the downside. We've had a little bit stronger sell-off over here. I think we're going to see probably a move higher and maybe some choppy action sideways. This is I'm kind of guessing on the short term here. It's good that we're turning around and we're changing this momentum to the upside, but I still think we're going to chop a little bit because there's still some sellers there. So if we continue to move higher and end strong each day, maybe we've got enough sellers to push this thing back higher. But zooming in on that right-hand side, we do have a bullish engulfing, which is a short-term bullish move to the upside. It doesn't mean that every single day will be an up day. What it means is that the trend could be reversing, where the trend starts to move higher over time. So I see positive developments. That bullish engulfing is a positive development. And remember, in some of these pullbacks here, we could be kind of just pulling back. We'll come back up and then we'll move kind of sideways for a little while. Instead of just rocketing higher. So that's also a possibility, but it looks good and it looks like it's trying to put in a bottom right here. A short-term bottom. Camco, looking at this guy, we kind of squeezed up here, broke to the downside, sold off some. As expected, I would say. We are coming up a little bit. I still think there's going to be some sideways action in front of us. I don't think we're just going to move on higher. But, I wouldn't be buying and selling in and out of these things. I buy it. I hold on. My strategy is for the long term. Next Gen's got a very similar setup to CCJ. The sell-off, we're kind of bouncing higher, and I think we're going to kind of go back and forth here for a little bit. Sideways action. Fission. Again, we squeezed up, broke to the downside here. And nice reversal here. This is a very nice reversal day. We could go sideways to higher here. Doesn't look too bad. Denison Mines, whenever I see these black candlesticks, the momentum's to the downside. I think we still have more sideways chopping action, maybe even to lower, still left. The sellers are still there. Energy Fuels, very similar to DNN. We're coming on down. I don't see any reversal patterns or anything down here. I think we've got some sideways kind of action going on over the next week or so. Uranium Energy Corp squeezed on up, broke to the downside. Again, I think we're gonna sideways to lower. We got to work this off, that momentum. Uranium Royalty Corp actually looks pretty good. We've got nice support in here, back in this area here that's providing support for us over here. Nice big, large up days and the small sell-offs. I like seeing that. I think this could go higher. We broke the downtrend here. I like Uranium Royalty Corp. That's one I really like. Pure Point Uranium broke to the downside of its trend line, and it may have some time. Again, these things are so volatile that, we could get false breakouts to the downside and then move higher, kind of get everybody shifting in the wrong direction. And that's why I don't trade in and out of these companies. The very short term is very hard to read on a lot of these companies. But what I am seeing is I'm seeing these things turn around. They're putting in effort. I'm seeing a couple of bullish engulfings. Some of them, they may need more time. Like Sky Harbor doesn't look too bad. It's squeezed up. It's not a huge pattern. Came down, and we did this kind of double bottom. This is pretty prevalent. I'm starting to see the candlesticks get larger in its candlestick body length here. So I think the buyers are stepping in here. So this is a positive development. And I do think the double bottom could play out where we double bottom and move on higher. Canalaska is doing the same thing as Sky Harbor. It's almost like this double bottom happened. And you know what? If I'm a long-term holder and you guys aren't afraid of the volatility, in here is not horrible. The buyers are stepping in. They're putting in big candlesticks here. The body lengths, the momentum's starting to shift. It's not bad. It's not a bad setup. Global Atomic broke its uptrend, kind of went sideways, but the buyers are stepping in. We'll see if they maintain this, but it doesn't look bad. Goviax broke out to the downside, could be a false breakout, and then we're moving back up above it. So not too bad. I like Goviax for a long-term play. Bannerman testing it's kind of back testing where it broke out, hitting some resist or support here. Looks good if it holds. Same with Deep Yellow. Very similar setups for all these African uranium companies. So moving on sideways, they kind of broke to the upside of their pattern, and then they're coming back and retest, backtest. I kind of like buying them down here if you guys are long-term holders. If you're trying to short-term trade this, I'd like to see more strength, but in the short term before buying it and buying into strength. But a long-term investor, we can kind of try to pick bottoms with slow cost averaging in and survive just fine if you have a long-term horizon. Forces Metals, another African uranium company, broke its uptrend. I do think it's going to take some time for these to kind of base out. They need to provide a base to launch from, and we don't have that base yet. And that's true for all the companies. Encore Energy, we squeezed up here, kind of broke to the downside. I think we're going to take some time down here, more sideways movement before moving higher. Needs to base out, consolidate. Azincorp's already kind of basing out here. We broke, big move higher. It's kind of just slow leak off of sellers. Are we coming to a bottom yet? It's probably pretty close. Again, this is a very small company. I don't hold a lot of money in it, so I would be just slowly leaking in money if you guys want this one. It is an exploration company up in Canada, so it's up to you. UEX Corp, uptrend line, break to the downside. I think we're going to see some time moving sideways before moving higher. Volumes are tapering off on the sell-off, so I think we're getting close. Baseload Energy, I still like Baseload Energy, downtrend break, and we're moving sideways. We're right here at this kind of bottom support channel, so I like Baseload. Fission 3.0, another exploration uranium company up in Canada, moving on sideways, bouncing off this support line as we go, and it looks like it's moving higher in the short term. Lightbridge is putting in this pennant formation. Look for a break to the upside. We've got large up days, small down days all through here, which means I think we're probably going to break to the upside. And here's Centrus Energy Corporation. I drew this guy in the flag pennant, broke out, came back in the pennant. Nice, good bounce here of buyers stepping in with a nice wick at the bottom. I think we're going to move higher. That's what it looks like. So that's the overall uranium market there. Some of them look decent on the short term. Other companies, I think we're going to move sideways for a little while. It needs to base out, consolidate, and then move. It's very rare to have these things break a pattern to the downside and not consolidate for a while. So I still think we have time to purchase whatever you want. It's going to consolidate. We could see volatility moving sideways. Some could go a little lower, some could go a little higher. But overall, I think we're going to consolidate and see sideways movement over time. And I think we have more time to accumulate, which is good for a lot of these companies. If you guys like this analysis, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.